On today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles DC Comics Designer Series Darwyn Cooke figure number 4, The Flash. Yes, I know Spot's not really doing these in proper sequence. We've already had a look at Catwoman and we've had a look at John Stewart. Flash is figure number 4. The side of the box has some artwork from Darwyn Cooke in a black and white or sketched treatment. Down below that, you got Flash, figure number 4, DC Collectibles. The back of the package shows the other figures that we've not quite all had a look at. We still have to look at Wonder Woman, but we've had a look at John Stewart, and we've had a look at Catwoman. The Flash, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Wonder Woman, and Catwoman are all sculpted by Jonathan Mathews. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the DC Comics Designer Series, Darwyn Cooke, The Flash. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. If you look back on Spot's previous review of John Stewart, I actually defended that figure considerably. Now, some people may, again, not like this design, this artist's artwork. Translated here to plastic can be make or break for a figure. John Stewart, thought translated well. Catwoman, I thought was going to be a poor figure, and ultimately I ended up enjoying it. Probably is one of my favorite figures so far, even though we have not looked at Wonder Woman yet. For all the defending I've done of the designer series, at least the Darwyn Cooke end of it, I have to almost admit, Flash is a little on the disappointing side of things. It means to be a good figure, but ultimately I feel like it just kind of comes up a little bit short. I think, majority-wise, the problem with the figure for me starts at the face. Now again, this is taking a two-dimensional material, like a sketch for example, and trying its best to translate it to a 3D or three-dimensional plastic figure. John Stewart I thought worked. Catwoman I thought, and again, surprise to me, actually worked better than expected. Flash, on the other hand, not really feeling Flash here. No, not feeling it at all. From certain aspects, yeah, you can rotate the head and you kind of get that same sort of imagery that you would see from the comics. But unfortunately, then when you start looking at it face on, it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me. The plastic, for starters, the face plastic that they use is very shiny. And although we were comparing ourselves, or this figure, to the John Stewart did not have nearly the sheen that Flash has here. I feel like this style, or that wash, the shinier wash that they've added to the flesh tone, almost detracts from this sculpt of the face. Now he's got that squinted eye design, and we've seen that with other Darwyn Cooke releases. Somehow, though, I don't feel like it fits Flash here. It doesn't end up delivering for me. As we get then progressively down the figure, it's very apparent that they've posed the figure or sculpted the figure with a permanent twist. Don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks like if his legs are straight on, there's clearly a twist to his torso. Apparent here by the wrinkles also in his lower torso area. It makes him look slightly disjointed, like he's always in it gives him the sense that he's pre-posed, even though technically he's not pre-posed at all. The rest of the body is not bad. I mean, it's a carryover to that very angular, very blocky design that Darwyn Cooke is known for, but for some reason or another, I feel like it just doesn't fit Flash. Or it could have fit Flash, and ultimately it's the sculpt that disappoints the material that it's based from. Even like the arms. When you look at the arms are pre-posed in the sense that one arm is bent this way, the other arm is bent out this way. And there's really no way to rectify that, as the only articulation that Flash has is in his shoulders. So there's no way to correct that. So it almost lends itself that you have to have him in a posed position, because if not, his arms aren't going the same way, or they are going the same way, but you can't really do anything with them. Couple the face with a twist of the torso, translates to me as a figure that reads almost like it wants to be pre-posed, but ultimately it isn't. There's the back of it right there. You can almost, yeah, well, there you go, right there as well. You can see how Flash's buttocks is rotated ever so slightly this way. So the torso is twisted this way. The lower torso on the back is also twisted this way. It does have a slightly jarring look to it. Posability on the Flash, he does have the ball joint in the head. At least that's still there from other designer series releases. The arms hinge out. This arm is very, very stiff, but it rotates out all the way around. A bend at the elbow. No articulation in the wrist. I guess they could have put a cut right there to rotate the wrist, but sadly no articulation there. No articulation in the waist, which to me, I think the waist is what kills it the most for me. Then you've got your default forward and back motion on the leg, the bend at the knee, and a rotation on the boot all the way around. At least points can be made that he's got sculpting on the undersides of his soles as opposed to just being simply flat. But speaking of flat, I feel like this figure just kind of falls flat. The Jon Stewart was good. Catwoman was exceptional, and I'm looking forward to having a look at Catwoman, or having a look at Wonder Woman, I should say. But Flash, slightly disappointing. Flash just didn't deliver where he needed to deliver. Pick this guy up if you want to be picking up the other designer series, but truth be told, I feel like this figure is a pass in my books. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Darwyn Cooke designer series. This was figure number 4, the Flash. Flash. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's got one more figure. That's Catwoman. Or I keep saying Catwoman. That's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. She's right around the corner. Stay tuned for that video. As always, thanks for watching. As you always do, I'll see you next time.